In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I'm sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hello. No sound. Let me say hi to everyone first. Um, where are we? Okay, let's go back up because I was saying hi to everyone. You all missed it. Hi, Jenny G. Hi, Stephen. Hi, L. Williams. Um, what is TPUSA? Turning Point USA. Hi, Jenny G. Hi, Steph. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? I am so sorry. Turning Point USA, the place where Erica unalived her husband. And I'm kidding. Erica, um, but it is what it is. Hi, Carlita. How are you? So, anywho, um, I have some theories on what the real problem is, right? My theory on Candace Owens that white folks would turn against a blonde, right? No one thought that. They were going to let Candace burn herself out, right? Um, they were going to let her womp 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 womp, right? Um, and I get it. I get it. That was probably the dumbest thing you turning point idiots could do. Like, you got to study people, right? At the very least, y'all knew Candace. But I did look at some previous Candace stuff, and Candace was just a goofball in Turning Point USA. Nobody would really peg her as being a powerhouse, right? She was a goofball. And then when she went after like the blacks and to support Trump and all that stuff, it was like, okay, she's a little smart aleck, but good for Turning Point because she doesn't like the blacks and they don't like the blacks. And well, she was an asset until she wasn't an asset, or until Charlie said, "You're in danger." And I believe Charlie said, "I love you too much. I need you to go. I need you to go. I need you to get married. I need you to do you because I'm going to figure some shit out. And if I figure some shit out, I'm going to talk." And so here we are. Kirk is dead. Candace is pissed. And Turning Point didn't see her as a grieving widow. Widow. As a, not the tree, not a willow. They didn't see her as a grieving widow. But what I can tell you about the wife and then the mistress, and I'm talking about Candace as being the wife, right? I'm kidding. The mistress screams and yells, sometimes louder than the wife, right? Because the wife is like, "Oh, you fuck that bitch," and ruined our whole. Like, by the time the man dies, the wife is like, "Good. Let me go to this church and let me grieve because, I'm supposed to show sadness, but oh my God, thank God," right? That's Erica. Candace is the one that jumps in the coffin and stays there. And they got to pull her out. They embarrass the wife. They got to pull her out. I mean, Lil Kim did that at Biggie's funeral, just rolled up and down the aisle while Faith was singing. And then you all saw that TikTok that went viral where the woman jumped in the ground with the body and they had to pull her by the coat and they tossed her aside like a rag doll. Hilarious. I think Erica hated Kirk because he was about to take TPUSA and blow it up with his words and his conspiracy theories. I have to say, conspiracy theories. Um, and I think Candace believed everything that was coming out of Kirk's mouth and the changes that he was going to. And to be honest with you, that Megan girl, the one, the blonde, that's a little weird, she was on Kirk's side too for a minute, but they got to her, and she is now gone back. Maybe they threatened her, her daughter. I don't know, but Candace can't be threatened, and we're all living for it. Candace is a true example of how to bite down and don't let up. Like when you care, you care. When you want people to understand your point, you bite down. And so what? If they try to embarrass you, so what? Right? If they try to dismiss you, you come back, wipe that over and over and over. You make your point. I was on a story time. I was on a I got up way too early one day. I don't even know why or how. But here I was up very early and listening to something on X, right? I never tune into X, but here I was on X. And I think the topic, I think I took a picture of the topic because I couldn't figure out whose uh, X account it was, but whatever. And one of the things that they kept saying was, no, the topic was like corporal punishment with children or discipline. Would you let your would you discipline your stepchild, right? Or what do you do if your spouse doesn't let you discipline your stepchild or something like that, right? And the conversations went from disciplining to beating, and nobody noticed the switch, right? Like that's the air. That's what I do. I was like, oh, they ruined the conversation. You meant discipline, right? And anybody, everybody should discipline. That's where it takes a village, right? So I wrote in and I said, because they kept going, beating, 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 beating. I was like, you guys aren't talking about beating, but since you guys don't know the difference, I'm going to let you know that beating turns into sexual abuse, right? So I kept typing it and I said, beating turns into sexual abuse. I used my words a little differently, came right back. Beatings can turn into sexual abuse, right? So finally, the guy invited me up, whoever owns the podcast. So he invites me up, and I was really calm. And I said, I think you guys don't realize, but beating turns into sexual abuse. The allowance of beatings, untethered, right? And that's what the home life is about. Nobody in your home is teaching you don't fucking beat your children, right? Because that's the quiet place. right? Your home is your quiet place. It's also a quiet place for abusers. Nobody tells me what to do in my home. These kids are out of control. What's the measure of out of control? I understand, out of control, and I understand, like, is it your degree of out of control? Like, what's your problem? When I was married, I told my husband, do not beat this child. And his biggest complaint to my mom and my aunt was, she doesn't let me hit my son. He was two. He was two. It's not that I wouldn't let you hit him. Why are you so gun ho about hitting him? And he's two. That I couldn't understand. And my ex has some history with, you know, SA violence, right? On him. So I had some concerns that this would be misguided, right? And you just nip it. You just nip it, period, right? So then they bring me up and I say this. I literally say this. And one man, just as men do, started yelling. "Bah, bah, 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 you're crazy. Bah, 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 bah." I love that, right? Yell at me, call me crazy. I come back harder. So I came back screaming at him. I was like, you don't scream at me. You don't get to do that. You get to maybe listen. The girl's response was, you don't, it was the weirdest shit. She goes, you don't get to bring your educated ass up in this show. I'm like, guys, it's also common sense. If you think, any case, I stayed on the show the whole time because I was traveling on a bus. I didn't really care. I stayed on the show. And no sooner did they kick me, I don't know if I got kicked off, but I probably got kicked off. No sooner did I get kicked off, did one of the guys on the panel then say how he disciplines his stepchild. And he says, when my stepchild, he's talking about other things. He goes, when my stepchild got out of hand, I told him to get naked and go in a corner. And I watched him. And I'm sitting there going, hello, hello. This is what I was saying. You people are crazy. Y'all yelled at me and then kicked me off the show. This fucking idiot is literally telling you he abused his stepchild. Why did I get onto this point? It was a good point, though. Something to do with Candace and Erica. I need water so bad. Oh, good. The straw does work. I forgot my point, but it was relatable. In my head, it was relatable. Anywho, getting back to Candace and Erica. And by the way, Candace, I'm kidding when I call you the mistress. I do believe you were the wife. True and true. Let's look at some videos, and if my correlation comes back to me, I will like, oh, this is why I said this. All right. I want to get a couple with Candace and Kirk in it. I hope I have them. Oh man. It's a couple with Candace and Charlie that was just so adorable. All right, let's get Erica up here.
Have been real quiet since I posted this video. Yesterday, I sentenced Candace Owens and Erica Kirk to 24 hours in a get along shirt because I wanted them to
stop
immediately. And today, Miss Kirk announced they're talking. See what happens when you listen to the court, because one thing about my courtroom, babe, we're going to open and close your case same day. Season premiere, season finale. Thank ya. Next case.
She's so cute. I love lawyers that create podcasts.
If I found Brigitte's penis, I will find who killed Charlie Kirk. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If I found Brigitte's penis, I will find who killed Charlie Kirk. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't know if she actually.
If I found Brigitte's penis, I will find who killed Charlie Kirk. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't know if she actually said that, or is that like a made-up video with AI, but I loved it.
First question is actually really funny.
Okay.
Who is the better driver?
Okay, hold on.
No. I'm gonna answer this question. Actually, Charlie Kirk never lets me drive, so maybe he's sexist. He never lets me drive, and he's a horrible driver on top of it.
Hold on, I'm very, very good. Zero car accidents.
He never lets me drive.
I'm very benevolent, okay? This is my argument. Able to tweet uninterrupted of traffic patterns.
Ooh, nice spin. That's a very nice spin.
This is the spin stops here, okay? And I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, they'll be. I would never make that prejudice whatsoever. Instead, it is a man's role to protect the woman, right? And you protect them by being able to drive. The fact that when we're driving through the San Bernardino Valley, I have to try to avoid burning cars, and she can continue to tweet uninterrupted. So
well done.
You're welcome.
Those two were in love. I liked to see their interaction. They were so in love. I love that for Candace.
Something happens to me, really what I want to say to all of you guys is go Max. Like, all of you, everyone, let it never end, let it never stop. Like, you be just as bold. I am telling you, it feels like when we are here on earth that this is it, like we just get 80 years. That is not true, okay? Your ancestors knew that there was more. We are in this simulation where they have intentionally turned us into a godless society because they want you to be fearful and they want you to exchange your soul because they are of this earthly realm. You know what I mean? These are Satan's children. Obviously, these are Satan's children. And they work by making you feel fearful. And so you trade off and you go, okay, well, I just want to have money and be comfortable in this life right now. And so I'm willing to let badness happen. And I guess my kids are just going to inherit that badness and this world is just going to be run by pedophiles. And we can't do that. And that's why I say to you guys, you should be going Max right now. You know, you have to say the truth. The frequency of truth hits harder. And we hear these demons squealing. We just hear it. Like, you can feel it right now. And yeah, they are dangerous. They are dangerous. But the truth will win, and the truth is more powerful than the lie.
That's a mantra right there, guys. That's a whole mantra.
Gonna say anything. I said I was gonna wait till we heard from Candace, but I got a little anxiety just kind of waiting to again. When you look at that and says, I'm super excited for this. I mentioned that the hands were raised and some people was like, oh, well, that's just a sign of saying, hey, we're happy that we're finally chatting or whatever. I didn't take it that way. First of all, I don't know if Candace uses race or colored specific hands or emojis. That may sound small, but to me it's a big deal because mine are all brown because I'm brown skinned. And so sometimes when people, I even saw somebody left a comment, was like, oh, somebody's using yellow, whatever it is, but that seems really generic. That's just a get up. Does she normally use her own skin tone, hand emojis or emojis at all? And number two, that message sounded like Erica was now in control. I need you to listen and reread how it's read, how it is written. Okay. Candace and I have blah, 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 blah. I'm so excited to meet. We all know Candace is strong. She's assertive. She's very smart. She's way smarter than Erica. Oh my goodness. Erica can't hold a candle really to nobody. I put her in the box with Kamala and being a goofy goober in a sense to where she can't really speak. You know what I'm I'm saying. She's not a good liar. That's obvious. But I'm just saying Candace is not a pushover. And that's how that message read. Super excited for this. Yeah, I'm super excited. It sounds like she's a pushover. It sounded like Erica took control. She tweeted, "We are meeting at so-and-so at the real Candace. Podcaster, I'm a nobody." That's how it read to me. We haven't heard from her. I'm just waiting to see if she's going to be going live or anything like that, y'all. And it may be, I may be overreacting, but I just kind of want a sign of life. And I'm not worrying because I'm praying for her. I'm praying for her family, her husband, her children, and all of her family surrounding her, Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that too when you reread it? It looked like Erica was showing dominance in that message and showing Candace like, super excited for this. Like, she fanning out over EK. Yeah, right.
I think you read that shit wrong, bitch. I don't think that's what happened, but okay. I think you read that wrong. I just think you want to have a say-so in this.
Why are you posting a photo of your kids so that you can get $50 off a stroller? Kids so that you can get $50 off a stroller. That does not make sense. Stroller, buy one you can't afford. That makes sense to me. But to use your child or a photo of you standing in the bathroom embracing them specifically so you can get it right for social media is bizarre to me. For anyone else's viewing other than ours in our family. And why would I want AI images of my children out there? Why would I want... And yeah, we get kidnapping threats. We always have. We get death threats. We always have. You're just smart about it.
Smart how? He died. Oh my God. These TikTokers and IGers, they crack me up. Smart how? He died.
But we serve a just God, and our rest is Him. Knowing God, He's sovereign, but He's just. So let the Lord handle that. I want to bring in our...
I have to practice eye movements like that. Does that shit really work? Can I do that if I need something specific? Like if I go in for a car and I do those eye things, you think they'll give me the car for free? I think so.
And Charlie Kirk had not been spotted together in public since May 11th. Just 30 days after that, Turning Point USA has their big event in the summer where Tucker Carlson, same month of June, Erica and Charlie Kirk sell their $5 million home all of a sudden. The one they had just purchased together. There's also rumors swirling that they weren't sleeping in the same bed, which I'm not going to dive into, but anybody that's got a toddler or a newborn, it happens sometimes. But the rest of it, there's merit. Also, we need to be looking into this orphanage in Romania. There's legs to this as well. 6-year-old woman's in charge of a Romanian orphanage and then has never done pageants before until Donald's Miss USA series. No pageant history whatsoever. And I hate to say it, but Erica is behaving exactly like an abused spouse that got rid of her horrible husband. That the nice things she's saying about him are basically for her kids. But the question is, was it actually abuse or a honeypot? Did Charlie find out? Why had they not been in public together for over 4 months? 4 months. Not one single picture. May 11th was the last time. Shit's getting deep.
A lot of things he said actually didn't make any goddamn sense, but okay. I think he was paid to say that, and he didn't understand what he should be saying. That's what I think.
He couldn't even make his own son a star.
Oh, wait.
He couldn't even make his own son a star.
Wait, cancel.
I'm good with.
That was P. Diddy, actually. You weren't supposed to get
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Candace Owens and Erica Kirk are allegedly going to be sitting down for a private discussion. Now, Erica Kirk just put out this tweet, and I want to show you this tweet, and then I kind of want to get into this conversation. Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th. At Real Candace Owens and I have agreed that public discussions, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a public or a productive conversation. Thank you. And then Candace responded, and she said, I am very much looking forward to this discussion. So now the next question I think we should be asking is like, what is the upside for Candace having this discussion this way? Number one, because if she turns it down, she says no to it, then it would kind of be like, oh, well, we offered her this, we offered her that. She turned down both opportunities. So now Candace is in a position where she has to take this closed door meeting, which now, as you have this conversation, is Turning Point just trying to draw out and figure out, what does Candace know? What evidence does she have that's so rock solid that if we lie about it and we get caught lying about it, we're toast, we're cooked? So I think it seems like almost like a trap for Candace. I don't know, it seems kind of weird, kind of sketchy. I would definitely want to be doing it on camera. I would definitely want to at the very least have this conversation recorded so that both parties have a copy of the evidence and it can't be used to, I don't know. It just seems like a situation for Candace to be in because she can't say no to it, right? She already basically turned down the opportunity to come onto the live stream at AmFest and have this conversation live. She turned that down, couldn't make that, but now is able to have this conversation closed doors behind the scene with Erica Kirk.
Erica Kirk gave a lot away in this interview that she did about Candace Owens, so let's break it down. There is a reason why people keep saying that something feels off. In psychology, we call this incongruence, and it's when facial expression, eye intensity, and emotional tone don't align with the situation. So context is really important here. So first, let's point out the obvious. How Erica reacted to the man who murdered her husband is a very different expression than we get towards a woman who is questioning who actually killed your husband, and is the surface level story that we're being told the truth. So typical body language, actually, with trauma and after grief, the eyes will usually soften, avoid, or collapse inward. When someone maintains prolonged, intense eye contact with someone during a topic of vulnerability, it signals control and dominance. It does not signal grief. And let's take the case of someone who is trying to hold it together after experiencing grief. Their body will usually still betray them by having micro expressions of collapse. So you'll still see that softening, vocal breaks, because the nervous system is still experiencing that grief. Eyes are really important. They reflect your nervous system state. And fixed and tense eyes signal control, dominance. Now, everyone does grieve differently, or as one of you said in my comments, that Erica grifts differently. I'm not the one who said it. So a case could be made that Erica is coping with her grief through wanting to maintain control. But this is why I say context matters. Is it not strange to you that she shows more softness towards her husband's murderer than towards Candace? It is the emotional reversal that is unsettling to people, because the glare she gives Candace is not grief, it is a warning. And viewers instinctively know the difference. Even if we can't verbalize it, name it, we're really good at picking up incongruences in people. And it's interesting with Erica that forgiveness really didn't ask a lot from her body, but confrontation and being questioned activated a completely different part of her nervous system. She had much more of a strong emotional control towards tragedy, but really let herself slip when it came to criticism and being questioned.
I don't know. I'm not buying most of these videos that I downloaded today. I never really vet them. Do I have another one? I think. Let me see this one. Too many.
And also surround yourself with people like Candace that whatever you're doing that can relate. They're going to tell you, the truth, and they're going to be honest, but they'll also have your back. And I understand this might sound cliche, but it's so hard to find that.
Right.
It's so hard to find that kind of loyalty that, the kind of the old expression is, when you're in a foxhole, you want someone who is not going to tell you that there's no bullets being fired. You want just to say where the bullets are coming from.
Right, yeah, that's
right?
exactly right, yeah.
You don't want someone in the foxhole with you being like, well, want to get a hot dog?
Right,
like
yeah.
maybe a burger, a smoothie. You want to say, no. There's a machine gun nest over
Right.
there. There's mortar shells coming from there.
Right.
Here's what we're going to do
Here's
to be
the
able to
plan
do
of
that.
action to get out of this.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's the type of friend that you want. And you definitely don't want one that's going to run for the hills behind
Right,
you.
yeah.
Oh my God, they're so cute together. I wish I had known them when they were together. Candace just posted. She said she just came out of a 4-hour meeting. She seems to be a little happy. Let me see. How long is it? It's under a minute. Let's see what she has to say. Let's see what Candace has to say coming out of this meeting.
Half hours later, I'm alive. I'm totally fine, and I'm sorry. I was going to do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith, and I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got, and I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired. And yeah, I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. All right. I was going to look at whether or not Turning Point is losing money without Candace, one. And is she interrupting the case, two? But she seems to be happy there. So that's interesting. And disappointing. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Good evening, Tracy. Ada Tilly? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Hi, Miriam. Hi, Wandeep. Hi, Irie. I don't know if you guys saw me waving at you. Hi, Incognito. So I wonder if she's going to get pulled back in. That's weird. And scary. And weird and scary. Weird and scary. Could she get pulled back in? I think Candace is affecting the court case. And Erica's ability to stop Candace with the eyes just didn't work. I can't do her eyes right now. I have to do it simultaneously with a video, then I could do it. I can't do it right now. So I think they need her to be quiet, but what could they have offered her is my question. Not to the cards, I'm just like talking out loud. What could they have offered her? That's disappointing. But she seems to be happy that she had this meeting, that they acknowledged her. I'm thinking that she's happy she was just even acknowledged. I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe it is like being a mistress. Remember It's like I don't want to be kept in the dark. I want people to know that I had a significant role in, the development of TP, let alone um, that I cared and loved for him deeply. And so maybe she is the woman that jumps in the coffin. Huh. What do you guys think? I wasn't, no, because now that I saw this video, I kind of can't. If it comes up, it comes up. Um, if I didn't see this video, then I would, but this video kind of like took me back a little bit. And so I don't want to read it based upon this happy video of Candace. It doesn't feel right to me. And so I don't know if I could keep my anger out of this. So I'm going to do what I was going to do initially. And if something else shows up, that's two different things. But I initially wanted to see if Candace was affecting uh, Turning Point USA's money. Although I heard that they make like 100 million a day. I'm exaggerating, but really not. Or is she affecting the case? So please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Turning Point. Is Candace Owens affecting Turning Point's monies? And is she affecting the trial? And this was the reason for the meeting. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Candace. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Candace is your child. She is your love. She is your beloved, Father God. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Ashe. All right, guys. All right, let's lower the stage. Initially, I would say that starting off the meeting didn't seem so pleasant, that they were both on different agendas, just starting off the bat, right? I do get the wheel of fortune. The wheel turns for the better. They might be in bed together now. Why? Lord. Queen of Pentacles. What is Candace's sign? Is she an earth sign? With all that fire? Or is she an air sign? The Two of Wands is a waiting period. It's a waiting period. Then I get a fire sign. I'm going to have to check both their birthdays. Erica and Candace birthdays. Candace a Capricorn? Which is the Maldi of the earth signs is the Capricorn. I do get family here. I get self-sabotage. I get tension. And I get concern and worry. So I don't know what Candace is talking about. This doesn't look like it was so good. What did I do with my book? Do I need my book? Yes. Why? The lovers. The lovers. Let's take a look, guys. The lovers. I forgot. It means a choice, an important decision, a fork in the road. Yeah, they might have to bring her on board. They might bring her on board for the love of Charlie. Interesting. The lovers means until death do us part, right? I don't know. I feel like Candace just wanted to be heard. Right? She just wanted to be heard. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Candace is a Taurus. What's Erica? Thank you, guys. Sissy, Erica's a Scorpio? Oh, she's a Scorpio. She's a Scorpio. Okay. So, I feel like they want to bring Candace back in the fold of the TP family, right? Um, and I think she wants that, right? You know, Candace, you're not stupid. You're not stupid, except for where you need this attention. What would make her go back with them? I know, Chi Chi baby, I'm with you. This would be a mistake. Um, what would make Candace fold in one meeting? Like, what would do it? I feel like going back into the TP family fold. I think she is justifying making some changes because it would. Well, I get a resounding yes that TPUSA was absolutely losing money. Um, Even though they brag about how much money they were making, they were lying. She was affecting the white dollar coming in. White folks were beginning to believe her. Um, my concern, Candace, there's another woman here. I don't believe this is Erica. There's another woman here that may have helped facilitate this. You know, they said it was a one-to-one, but I do feel like there was a facilitator, and I think the facilitator was a female. Um, I think, Candace, if you fold and go back to them, you can't stay with us above ground. I think this is one of those testing moments. And I think you have an opportunity to make a really strong decision. Um, and I think that if you say you care about Charlie the way I believe you do, I think that if you go back in and in any way work with these people, they got you. And you can't stay. So I don't know if you're going to come in long enough for them to invite you somewhere and you get cloned or you get unalived, but it would be a huge mistake to step back in with these people. It's actually self sabotage. So the question then becomes, was this really all about Charlie? Or was this all about you? And right now, there's a fine line as to what all of this was. I think you absolutely love Charlie. That is a given. I'm not saying that you didn't. That I understand. I'm saying at this stage of the game, are you Erica too? Now, with all that being said, I think she's going to see that if she goes back in, I think she's going to see that she made a mistake. Things will get so tense, and this is her having regrets. All right. Whatever they wanted from you, Eric, Candace, um, this card represents not sleeping at night, depression, because what's going to happen with the self sabotage is you're going to see they're going to turn on you. I get misery, doom and gloom, lack of confidence, spiteful behavior, crying spells. You're going to be in like a woman in pain, but it's emotional, spiritual pain. You're going to see that no one in Turning Point likes you. All right. Um, I think that there's no way one meeting could have changed your mind, but much like a couple that breaks up and one person says, I never want that bitch back. I never want that bastard back. And then they start telling you all the horrible things that the person has done to them. And you're like, you never said anything. Right. The person never said anything because in the back of their mind, they always want the person to come back. And when the person does come back, oh, thank God they didn't say anything. Right. But then there comes a time when the person doesn't come back and you feel betrayed. And so you start spewing all the dirt. But you just want them to come back. And it takes longer this time. And you hate the person. Sometimes you go on to other relationships and you show the person, I didn't like you in the first place. Look at me. I'm better. And then all of a sudden it's kind of like, can we talk? And then you talk to that person and then you find out that you always loved that person, no matter what that person did to you, kicked, hurt, punch you, call you a dog, call you shitty, you know, uh, threw your tampon in your face or spit in your face, right? You always wanted that person back. And so then there's this long separation. You're like, fuck you, I hate you. I told everyone what a bastard you were, blah, 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 blah. But all you wanted was the person to say, I'm sorry. That's all you really wanted. I'm sorry. And that's all it takes to get someone back. We've all been there. And then you take someone back and you discover, and then y'all call me. And I was like, oh, I got back with my boyfriend. I just want to see, like, did he change? Does he love me? And da 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 da. And I checked the cards and I'm like, man, I wish you wouldn't have taken them back. And it's like, oh, but Tracy, he said, he apologized. He said everything that he did was wrong and he understood. He never meant to hit me. Oh, there's hitting involved now. Well, not like shoving, but my head did, hit the pipe on the wall. Like, oh my God. And you're like, and then you realize I'm not going to say what you want to hear. And then you get ugly on me. And then you're like, well, just tell me what the cards say. And I'm looking at the cards. I'm like, well, I am looking at the cards. And I just think somebody else better is coming along. I just don't think he has changed. And then I'll describe, the previous times. And they'll be like, yeah, he did do this. Yeah, he did do that. And I says, he's not changing, sweetie. This is not about change. And you don't listen, which is You're right. It's okay not to listen. But then, not even 3 months, and the person's antics that you remember comes up. You know why it comes up? Because he remembered or she remembered how they tricked you and they were tricking you now. And Candace, you're being tricked. So I have no idea what you're going to say tomorrow. I'm warning you. Play ball with these motherfuckers because you needed this group of people to acknowledge you because they kicked you out. Charlie kicked you out to save your fucking life. Go back in through these doors and you can't stay with us. Get out. Stay out. Oh my God. I can't deal with this. You know what? This is why I don't get emotionally involved. Y'all see me. Y'all be sending me stuff and I'll be like, yep. I don't get emotionally involved in anything anymore. I was praying for Candace, but if you walk back in just because it was all about you, it was never about Charlie. If you walk back in, it was never about Charlie. And I don't know how two bitches are going to be in the same kitchen. It doesn't work. All right. I do, Williams. I do. I believe this is a setup. They just want to get through this trial. Oh, I'm about to lose my battery. Don't lose me. They just want to get through the trial. If they could just get through this trial, she's a goner. Period. Well, goodbye. Because of that mediator that was in the room. Goodbye. Damn, Candace. Damn. What was Charlie Kirk's sign? Does anybody know? Fuck. Damn. Weak bitch. She should have never met with them. What is wrong with her? Look. She's going to be with Charlie. Now, either Charlie Kirk is alive somewhere and she's going to go be with her man and leave her husband. I don't know. Because I could see her doing that too. I could see her leaving everybody for Charlie. So she's going to be with Charlie. I don't know what that means. She will probably fuck around and find out what TPUSA is really about. Never heard of the organization until that guy was taken down, and never heard of him either. TPUSA energy is negative after hearing this guy's narrative. Yeah, I saw it. Charlie's a Libra, and she's a Taurus, and I get magic. So magic, Taurus, Libra. Unless Charlie is not dead, which I suspected that he was not dead, and the only way to get her to stop this bullshit, if they say to her, Charlie's still alive. But even then, I would be more mad at Charlie. But then, if Charlie said he had to do this because they were going to unalive him anyway, and she's like, oh my God, Charlie's alive, and can I come see you? And she's going to be with Charlie. Ugh, magic. Because, I've said before, I don't believe Charlie's dead. Look, the magician means mastery of special knowledge. This is how the card showed up for me. I knew it. This is how the card showed up. Charlie, Candace, and the magician, right? That's how the card showed up. The magician means mastery of special knowledge, right? That's what the magician means. This is about creative power on the side of TPUSA, problem solving, being in the limelight. I am the master of my faith. I am the captain of my soul. The only thing that could make sense if she turns is Charlie is not dead. And if Charlie is not dead, this is about money being funneled into TPUSA. And they need this organization to keep going. And they need this shooter to take the blame. And the only one that is stopping the conceptual idea of this going down, because they think we're all stupid, is Candace. And in one meeting, she turned this around. If she turned this around, Charlie's not dead. Dead ass. If she turned this around and she comes back with some Umbaya song. What song is that? Oh my God, Umbaya. She comes back with that shit. I wish her well. Because there's something very selfish that's going on here with Candace. We know TPUSA is money hungry. But if Candace goes for this, then she's just a selfish bitch. So. God. Fuck. Candace is the best friend that you're like, don't marry him, girl. Don't marry him. She's like, oh, you jealous. You jealous. That's why you don't want me to marry him. You jealous. Like, oh my God, I'm not jealous. I'm just telling you this is going to be a huge mistake. And at some point, you just got to look at that best friend and you have to wish her well. And you have to be like, I love you so much that I love your happiness. And if this is your happiness, I'm going to go with that. But bitch, I will never talk to you again. I'll come to your wedding. You're not about to she didn't come to my, no, I'm coming to your wedding. But I'll tell you right now, we are never going to talk again. Because you're not about to call me and tell me that he beat your ass. I don't want to hear it. I wouldn't say that to someone. I would just bow out. All right, guys, that's a little disappointing. Let me look at this video again before I pull the card.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm totally fine, and I'm sorry. I was gonna do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith, and I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got, and I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired. And yeah, I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Did I freeze up? Am I blurry, guys?
4.5 hours later, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm totally fine, and I am sorry. I was gonna do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked and I'm sorry. I was gonna do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith, and I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got, and I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired. And yeah, I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, bitch. Stop in there. Upside down guide. Guide has been coming up a lot. Oh, Lord. Places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. Candace, what did they do to you? Guide. Shadow guide manifest upside down. Manifest in televangelists, gurus, and priests who place financial gain, and then it says here sexual gratification over imparting spiritual insight. Oh my God. I think Candace bailed, y'all. I think Candace bailed. It is what it is, Candace. I'll see you on the other side, sweetie, because they got you. They got you. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. It is what it is. Are you guys good? You guys got so quiet. What are your thoughts? All right. Let's do a couple of things. If you guys feel like responding to this, come get your oils. Oils. Get your hair to grow like mine has grown. At tracybrownlive.com. There you go. And you get to grow your hair or your locks or your beard, just like mine. All right. Must be used every day. You have to like stimulate the scalp. That's what you're doing with the hair oil. It is made with biotin. So come get your oil and use it. Well, how often? Every day. All right. Pick up 2-3 bottles so you could just have it and grow your hair for 2026. Again, very, very excellent source of hair growth oil for beards as well. Right. If anybody wants a reading with me, you can go to Tracy Brown Live, by the way, and you can book it directly. I am also still working because I stay available for my Pacific Coast people. So if anybody wants a reading with me, come have a reading with me at 213-458-7408. I guess I am not on bated breath waiting for what Candace has to say. I looked at the cards, and at this point, I don't give a shit. It looks like she is back on the other side. And I don't know. Did they pay her off? I don't know. Didn't the Wheel of Fortune show up? They make 140 million, 100 million, 140 million every week or every day. So maybe they gave her a day's worth of investments and it worked. Taurus is like money, so what can you do? That might have been the thing. Just pay her. All right, y'all. It is what it is. I love you. And let me know tomorrow. I will not be checking into her podcast because I already see where she bailed. Damn girl. All right. I love you all. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.